What's happening, everybody? Chris Beans here with Bowler's Rant, bringing you some juicy updates from the USBC approved ball list. I don't do these often just because mainly when the editions hit the list, usually the manufacturers are pushing them out, so they take care of that job for me and we can just link to their information. But sometimes we do see some information hit the list that is worth talking about. We have one of those today. Let's head on over to the USBC approved ball list. There it is. We're in the the roto grip section. There's the Idle Splash, right? Approved July 6th. This was a couple weeks ago, and the image finally hit the USBC approved ball list. We have a bigger version of that available now. Let's take a look. Bam. There it is, the Idle Splash. Now, I really like this color, and on the right, you'll see a little bit of a reflection. That's the same reflection that goes on pretty much every polished Storm or Roto Grip ball. It's part of their graphic design process, and that's an easy hint that this is 1500 grit polished. The only question is whether this is a hybrid or a pearl. If I had to take a guess, it looks like there's metallic flake into the pour there, so I'm going with pearl. But if anybody knows anything about this ball, drop me a comment. Let me know. Love to know if this is coming stateside or if it is overseas. My money's on overseas. All right, let's go back to the interwebs. We've got more to cover. So on the approved ball list, we've got several editions. We're not going to cover all of them. There's some ABS stuff there. There's some Elite Bowler stuff there. But we are going to cover the motive stuff. So we've got the Crest. We've got the Jackal Spare. We've got the Liberty. We've got the Stadium. We've got the Supra Enzo, and that one I'm going to talk about right after this because that's super, super important. And the Venom Spare. Okay, so those are the new motive editions. Some people feel like I don't give motive the love, but here we are talking about it. The Supra Enzo, and I got to tell you, this one looks amazing. Why do I say that? Because I like hybrids, and I like symmetrical stuff, and I like stuff that has really good shelf appeal. And this one has all of that. So what's going on with this ball? Well, let's go right down to the specs and get into it. This ball has the Infusion Hybrid Reactive cover. It's got the high impulse weight block. And let's see, what's the color here? I'm colorblind, but I'm going to go with red, black, and yellow because that's what it looks like. And you've got this white here. We'll come back to the shelf appeal in a minute. Okay, 5500 grit LSP. Believe that means polished, so that means you're going to have a lot of length. And the number's at 15 pounds, 2.57 RG with a .050 differential. So let's break that down and talk about what this ball is all about. When you typically have a shiny symmetrical hybrid, you have something that you're going to use for breakdown and something that's going to give you a lot of versatility depending on your style of play. And in some cases, people like to knock off the shine so they can blend out the reaction in case they get an over-under. Now, if you go back to the web here, the Motive has got some stuff about this ball on 3 different styles. And I really give props to Motive on that because it really makes it easy for people when they're doing the research. So let's dive into this wall of words. So for speed dominant players, the gist of what this is saying is that this is an incredible option for drier lanes. The Pro cover sometimes creates too much link for low rev, high speed players. The shiny Infusion Hybrid cover will provide enough traction to allow players to see shape on the lane. And the higher differential in the impulse core will make this a great option for speed dominant players, okay? Especially ones that don't see hook from lower differential or weaker cores. Balanced players, aka tweeners, okay? The typical balanced bowler will use this on moderately dry lanes to create more angle than a Venom Shock. So this will be a ball down from your benchmark, which is typically a Venom Shock in the Motive line. So on high friction surfaces, this is an early transition ball for balanced bowlers who start with a benchmark piece like the Venom Shock, Tank Blitz, or Ripcord Flight. The Supra Enzo gets down the lane easy, but is controllable down lane. So again, the word there is that they're not saying, but it is versatility. Going to give you a lot of options. And then for rev dominant players or your pro staff people like EJ Tackett, they're saying that this high praise from EJ, and this will be the ball for creating angle on tour during transition. And due to higher volumes and many low friction surfaces on the tour, stronger and slightly more stable cover stocks are crucial during transition for periods on the lane. And he's saying that he can trust the Supra Enzo, etc., etc. I'll let you read all this on your own on the Motive website. Now, if we kind of take a look at here, let's take a look at the shelf appeal. Looks fantastic. Red, black, and yellow. This is very, very recognizable, and everybody's going to know what this ball is all about. I love the futuristic cores here. Motive has a very specific way that they do their cores, and I feel like they've got some of the most diverse core offerings on the market. And here is the Motive logo. Looks fantastic. Okay, moving on. Last but not least, we've got some spare balls to cover. I've got a list of them here on the bowlersmart.com website, and I will have links to all of these in the description. Here is the Crest. I believe this is the, here's the Pride. Here is the Stadium. looking really good. Really like this logo and this artwork here. The one I like the most, of course, is the Venom the Venom plastic ball. Really like this. The yellow and the black just sticks out, and love the way this Motive logo looks right here. And last but not least, the Jackal Spare. All of these are plastic balls. There are no covers, there are no cores inside of them, all polyester. But you buy these for style, not necessarily for hook. You want them to go straight and look good while they are doing it. So that's what we've got for today. And of course, again, if you were interested in learning more about any of this stuff, go on to the video description on this video, and I've got links where you can check it all out on bolasmart.com. A lot of great information there. So what do you think about all this information on the USBC approved ball list? Do you like the Idle Splash? And what about that Supra Enzo? And would you consider getting one of these plastic balls? Drop me a comment, let me know. Let's continue the conversation. More updates are coming, and until then, well.